everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Anushka and I'm back with another reading vlog. Now this time around I read this book called Leapfrog, which is a non-fiction. Now if you know me even a bit, then you would know that I don't much enjoy reading non-fiction. But this book was unlike the non-fictions that I've read, because this one I did enjoy. Why and how is something I'll share throughout this video. But first I want to talk about the expectations that I had from this book, because I know the authors, if you read the blurb of this book, you would know that one is an IIM Ahmedabad faculty and the other is from Ashoka University. So honestly saying, I was overwhelmed just by looking at the cover. I thought, will I be able to read such a book? It might be difficult to read. It would be boring, I guess. It would be full of philosophies, I guess. But to my surprise, no, it isn't. I mean, it's not boring, but yes, you will gain a lot of knowledge from this book. This I can say, but more on this as I read the book. So yeah, let's get the vlog going. Let's get started with this book. So I'm reading another book today. This is Leapfrog by Mukesh Sood and Priyank Narayan. I'm quite sure I must have done introduction of this book, but as of now, I am a little in dilemma about this book because I do like the cover, plus it's a hardcover book. So I'm excited to be reading a hardcover, but I don't know, my journey with non-fiction has not been that great. I have read non-fiction, but sometimes I find them too repetitive, too philosophical, and sometimes just boring, plain, simple, boring. So I don't know, but it says that this is a national bestseller. So I hope it's interesting. It is going to be about, of course, it's going to be about self-improvement, but how? How is it going to be different than other books? We'll find out. So I just finished chapter 1. And guess what? This is not the kind of book I thought it would be. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to read. I've just read chapter 1 and it was full of stories. I've read almost about 4 to 5 different personalities. You think about these people, these personalities, and you think oh, why can't I do it? Or they were just gifted. No, they were not gifted. They worked their dash off. They really did work. The criteria for Harvard University's admissions, they were put on a treadmill for 5 minutes, and the ones who finished those 5 minutes were the ones who actually earned more and had happier lives. Tells you about a person, quitting does tell you. They also have illustrations, here they talked about 3 pillars, and the font is big too, and the writing is fun to read. It's easy. Also, I really want to talk about this quote that I just read by Will Smith. It's about, you might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, you might be sexier than me, you might be all of these things. You got me in 9 categories. But if we get on a treadmill together, there's 2 things. You're getting off first or I am going to die. It's really that simple. I hope it continues to excite me. I hope that I continue to learn something from it. But yeah, till now, it has definitely changed my mind, and I kind of want to read more of this. So yeah, let's go ahead. So I'm checking in on day 3. I'm almost done with this book. I finished chapter 5 just now, and this has to be my second favorite chapter. The first was great, and now Curate the Chaos is something that I relate to. Now it starts with Warren Buffett's 5 out of 25 rules, which I had known earlier, but now I want to implement it in my life. I understand that I have this problem of multitasking. I do have a lot of goals, but I don't focus on one particular one. I also got to learn how Reader's Digest was formed. It follows the same structure of curation. The founder found that there was enough of chaos, extra, matter in magazines. So he, decluttered all that, got the basic gist of the articles and then started his own magazines. And guess what? People were interested in buying those magazines. So hence Reader's Digest was formed. Looks like there's a lot left, but what I just realized was that this book has a lot of references and notes and indexes. So all that, like more than 100 pages of this book is all about the references, and there's this exercise at the last as well. So otherwise my book is all done. I just have one chapter left. So So here are my final thoughts on Leapfrog, what I liked about it, why I liked it, and why I recommend everyone to read it. I'd say one single statement. If you want to feel what it is to be like in the company of bright minds, then read this book, because this book speaks about bright minds. The anecdotes, the stories, the illustrations, the strategies, the skills, the authors, the testimonials are all about bright minds. Leapfrog, what does that mean? When a new person enters an industry and he moves ahead of its competitors, it only has 6 chapters, and each chapter talks about different issues, different strategies, and different topics. First is about grit. The second is about nudging yourself, motivating yourself. The third talks about, being humble, where it talks about Ankur Warikoo stories, about failures. So in this book, what also intrigued me was there were names of personalities I had heard of. Ankur Warikoo, Dhruv Rathi, Shantanu Naidu, Mozart, there was Michael Phelps, and many more personalities I got to learn after reading this book. What I like about self-help books is when they're not repetitive, and when they're concise and crisp and stick to the point. This is what exactly this book is. I read this book, I feel, at the right time in my life, when I felt hopeless, directionless, and I felt like there's nothing going on for me. The world is saturated, digital market, YouTube, everything. But now I feel like I can do it. So if you also feel directionless, if you feel like nothing of your strategy is working out, then read this book, because you'll get a sense of hope. You'll understand where you're going wrong. This is more of a guidebook. So by the end, it had an exercise for me, the personal journey map, which I loved. I filled for myself, and it definitely helped me clear my mindset. It gave me a sense of direction, a focus, and it might feel like, hey, this is just a page. But believe me, do that exercise and you would feel more empowered. You would feel more confident just by filling that one page. It might look, hey, 5 minutes mein ho jayega, but nahi hota yaar. You have to think deep. You have to go deep inside your personality and fill that. The link to the book will be in the link to the book will be in the description box below, as always. That's it from my end. I hope you like this reading vlog. I hope you like this review. Let me know what are your favorite self-help books that really impacted you, that really worked out for you. And yeah, I'll see you later with another video. Until then, bye.